Okay, I'm typically not the biggest creature of habit, but I am back again in my favorite Sedona campsite, and it's just gorgeous. I mean, you guys saw the time lapse with the red rocks and the storms moving across, and this spot I think it's a little too small for some of the bigger campers, but the way I have it positioned, when I park the truck sideways like this, the awning comes completely out. The first step in every single campsite that I come to is to deploy the awning, but last night was a little bit late when I got here around sunset, and since the sun was already out of the way, I'm setting it up this morning, and then I'm gonna cut my hair. I've been cutting my own hair for the last 12 years, and I've never done it in the wild. So I put a mat down. You can see this. So I put a mat here. I've got my Dyson ready to go to catch everything. And I'm going to attempt to cut my hair using only my reflection in the side of my truck. It's going to be interesting. But I will say, I'm a professional. I've done this enough times that I do a lot of it by feel, especially in the back. And worst case, if I mess anything up, I can always fix it later. Here we go. I'm going to set it to, let's go short. Let's just get it. You guys will see the results of this, whether it's good or bad. I'm already noticing that part of the problem is I can't see if the line is even. Well, this side's already going to be a challenge because there's no light. I'm going to change the blade number as well. So I'm going to fade it in, so even if it's not perfect, you won't notice. It really is hard to see what I'm doing. When's the last time you walked up to a total stranger and said, "Your haircut sucks"? I find people are pretty nice, and if my haircut looks terrible, no one's gonna tell me. One of the most important things I can do to preserve the camper setup is to air down my tires. A lot of these roads, it's real loud. A lot of these Forest Service roads are really damaged or really rutted out, really washboardy, if that's actually a term. And by airing down my tires and subsequently airing up my tires, it helps to take the load off of my suspension. So that's what I'm doing right now. Haven't really filmed anything like this in a while. Other side there. But I'm heading to go meet up with my friend John, who owns Arizona Wilderness. We are heading into the heart of some really nasty thunderstorms that are currently flash flooding the desert where he is. I mean, the great thing about flash floods is as long as you are not in the bottom, or as long as you're on high ground, the water moves through and it tends to dissipate pretty quickly. But man, these storms on the radar just look absolutely insane. This, in my mind, is the definition of a real adventure, when you really don't know what's going to happen and you're trying to be safe and you're trying to take calculated risks. But sometimes the shots are worth it, sometimes they're not. Okay, I finally made it out here to see John, and yeah, the road's flooded out. It's super muddy. The road is officially getting so steep that everything that was stored up here in the overcab fell onto the bed. It's a testament to the fact that you really just need low range.
Check everybody. The storm's starting to hit me on the other side of the ridge.
Yeah,
I
I just got to one of the worst parts and moved to Big Boulder.
well, I'm in severe lightning threat, so I gotta hurry up.
Where are you trying to go?
That was one. Back to the truck. All right, I gotta really buckle down. So I will hopefully see you soon, my man.
Yeah, I'm probably
Yeah.
like a quarter mile, half mile from the parking lot.
Well, pray for me.
All right,
I'm a mile away.
sounds good, buddy. Storm is right there. Look at this corner. This is one of the scarier things I've done in a while. Driving up this mountain at night while there's a lightning storm. I'm even more worried about John. He hiked about a mile away from the parking area, and yeah, it's coming down. So hopefully the moon lander will be able to provide a little bit of shelter, but I'm gonna set my camera down because this is sketchy. He is in his truck, I'm in my truck. I still do not want to be in here at almost 5,500 feet on top of Harquahala Mountain. The rain just stopped and the lightning should be moving past us, which I am hoping. This is Jonathan Buford. He is the owner and founder of Arizona Wilderness Brewery, but he also recently did something completely crazy, insane, and cool. He traveled to all 90 wildernesses in the state of Arizona and photographed the majority of them, I would say, in all 4 seasons, right?
Sure. I'll let that stand. I think that's true.
I mean, I feel like just on some of the conversations we've had, you're
Yeah.
like, oh no, I have to go back in the winter.
Yep.
And it's like, but there's no trail to the top of that mountain.
Right.
You're like, yeah, I'm going back in the winter.
It's snowing, I gotta go. There's wildflowers, I gotta go. It's raining, like this trip, if we gotta go. I did chase the seasons, I'll admit that, yeah. I like that.
Well, this is the result. It is I mean, how many pages are in this thing?
368.
So it's a 368 page,
5.5 pounds.
5.5 pound tribute to the state of Arizona. Tell me a little bit about how this whole project came about, because you didn't start out with the book, right?
I did move to Arizona in 2002. I was 19. I had one friend, and I said, that's enough for me to go. It's clear looking back, that was just part of the journey. Wasn't long after that when I found out the magic of Forest Service roads. Like, what do you mean you can go drive up a Forest Service road and camp freely?
I mean, that's where we're at right now. It's not Hassayampa, it's Harquahala. So we're basically
we're actually on an OHV highway called Eagle Eye Road. These are publicly funded things, though. Mm-hmm. And I'm such a believer in public lands for a myriad of reasons. And I believe the greatest thing America actually has is its public lands. There's one national forest in Ohio. There isn't public lands. And
same where I'm from in Indiana.
Yeah, a lot of there's many reasons why, but a lot of it's farmlands and private lands and, fracking and all the things that some states that didn't have a big public land push. This state has. We have 90 wilderness areas. You can't drive a car, so we're at the edge here where we would stop. That's kind of the number one, is no mechanized anything, even mountain bikes. But it's where land can be land, and the systems can be the natural system. And you can I like when people bring their kids, because they get to show their children what the truth is. Yeah, like it doesn't care what your beliefs are. It just wants to exist. And if you leave it alone, it waters itself, it takes care of itself, it feeds itself. It's a system that's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a guiding principle that we can have access to. And I think if you live in America, you're over blessed with something that no other country in the world has, a wilderness system. There are public lands type systems, but nothing like this. In 2008, I started to do the photography thing. And about 2009-ish, I walked to the Harquahala Wilderness. with a backpack on and some craft beer in my backpack, and I hit that sign. I just had a moment, like, past this, there's truth, there's sanctity, there's all the things that we think, like, let's say government can give us, and we can kind of be fooled that society gives us that. The truth is, it's right past this line, and 1963 Wilderness Act made it so.
But this idea that these beautiful places don't just belong to people with money, they belong to all of us.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what your vehicle is, you know, I mean, if you can make it to where we're at right now, you can come, you know, and you could camp, and there's a picnic table, and there's a fire pit, and I mean, people, like, this was all very, it was all very intentional.
It was all very intentional. It was funded by public funds. The first trip really meant a lot because I reference that a lot of times talking about Wilderness Brewing Company. It was a big moment. I don't remember everything. I just know that I had a craft beer, looked over a beautiful valley from the top, and just it all kind of sank in as, okay, I'm listening. What's next? The palpable energy of craft beer was so palpable that I had never brewed. I got a book called John Palmer How to Brew. It's a freaking awesome book. And I just said, I'm going to start a brew to my wife. And she's like, sure you are. And 2010 was a big push for Kickstarter for me. I did the second ever brewery, I believe, alcohol maker to do a crowdfund. And, you know, the whole wilderness thing, I have little to do with it. A lot of it was just, it was the energy that allowed it to all happen. Kickstarter was successful, and then we ended up opening in 2013. We've had some incredible fortunes, and we're, you know, I feel very fortunate for some things going our way, but you're not here to collect money. You're here to build community and thrive with others. And so, yeah, that's a little synopsis of how wilderness got into my life. And then this book, Arizona Highways Magazine, is the publisher, and they were a dream company for me to work with. It would be difficult to succeed without an amazing partner. My wife, Katie, is an amazing partner. There's a lot of things that balance out the chaos. That was important. And then a business partner, Patrick, very important to the whole philosophy of wilderness. It's up to you to interpret how you're going to spend the currency of time. And I chose for 5 years to do that. I don't have kids, so sometimes I have to look at that. People with kids don't have access to that, but I don't know, bring your kids. I always say my 5-year-old niece, she had a worm in her hand last summer when I was with her, and she said, Uncle Jonathan, why are there earthworms? And I thought, this might be the most important question on planet Earth right now.
That's so great. Why are there earthworms?
Right now, this might be the most important question. Like, and then it taught me a valuable lesson of being the 5-year-old. What is that? Why is that? What's that for? And you stop talking, you know, division and politics. You start asking, why is this mountain the way it is? Why are clouds forming? Why you really?
It's like back to basics.
And I love the idea of all types of children getting to see wilderness because they will forever love wilderness. You don't step into wilderness and not love it.
Yeah, it's like going to a national park for the first time. Most kids have these crazy stories of the first time they went to Yosemite or the first time they saw geyser at Yellowstone, and they are going to, you know, even if they've only been once, they're like, hey, now I've got to take my kids to this amazing place because it changed their life.
It doesn't hold a value that we align with or don't align with. It just is. And that's something that I think kids grasp. This isn't some opinionated thing. It's land that I can walk and explore.
Yeah. And it's John Muir, wilderness is not a luxury, a necessity, but a necessity for the human spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
old Johnny Muir.
Old Johnny Muir. To me, it takes people like that who are willing to fight the fight to protect it. And, you know, I think to want to protect it, you have to love it. And to love it, you have to know it first.
Right. Yeah, and I think,
you know,
I think that book has a future. It comes out next week, I believe, but definitely October 2025.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to have the conversation today because I love you and I appreciate
love you right back.
And I appreciate you. And my life wouldn't be what it is like right now. Like it wouldn't be what it is today. You know, had I not met you and Pat and the group. So
right back at you, dude.
I appreciate you, buddy.
Hey, good on you for driving up.
Well, let's go hike up to the top of this bitch and see what's
Let's own it.
Yeah.
Oh, look out! Back off!
What?
Rattlesnake. Glad I saw it.
Oh, he's a big guy.
Please get this.
Yeah,
He's eating a bird.
This is it. This is You can get the man, the myth, the legend in the documentary book.
Doing handheld.
Yeah, he doesn't do handheld photography, folks.
This was taken like right down there.
I mean, I think one of the prerequisites for wilderness, right, is you get out here and you start to see things that you don't see in normal society, like a rattlesnake eating a bird.
That's it.